Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Eastview High School for VANDEGRIFT VIPERS baseball, game number 5 of the 2022 Anderson ISD Holiday Tournament. Merle Bertrand here with you, Mitchell Padgett back at the comfy, cozy Vype Live studios, and we're about ready to go here for game number 5. The Vipers getting ready to take on the Eastview Patriots, or the Weiss Wolves, pardon me. And just checking a couple of things here. Vipers coming in here with a mark of 5-2 overall, 4-1 in tournament play after defeating Westlake last night by a score of 9-1. And the Vipers are the home team in this contest. Weiss will send up a batting order that looks like this. Connor Rainey, the center fielder, to lead it off. Robert Villarreal out in right field batting second. Zach Anderson, the DH, batting in the third spot for the shortstop Jesse Hernandez. Shane Joseph over at third base batting cleanup. Hudson Mueller at first base batting fifth. Nick Lyman at second base batting sixth. Hunter Freeman, the starting pitcher, batting seventh. T.Y. Fulford behind the plate batting eighth. And Isaiah Celestino, the left fielder, batting ninth for the Weiss Wolves. We'll give the Viper defense a set here. Got to call up their lineup. Beautiful thing about tournament baseball, the lineups and everything come in last second. Here we go, first pitch, down low, ball one, and we're underway from Eastview. Connor Rainey stepping in. And that pitch misses down low, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to Rainey. We update our scoreboard here. That ball pops straight back. Austin Spiel is on the hill for the VANDEGRIFT Vipers. And that ball hit in the air to the right side, 2-1. Actually, 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Spiel is on the hill. Hudson Lilly behind the plate for the Vipers. As we fill this in as we go. That pitch misses and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rainey. The 3-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Who's it going to be? And coming in and making the catch on a windy day is the shortstop. That is Simon Baker today at short. So 1 out, base is empty. That'll bring up Robert Villarreal. Outfield left to right for the Vipers is Cade Cunningham out in left. Jack Nelson out in center. And the right fielder today is Peyton Grimm. Infield third to first, Gavin Shaddix. Simon Baker is short. Beckett Kramer getting the start at second base today. And M.D. Connor over at first base. That ball slapped up the middle and past the diving shortstop Simon Baker out into center field for the first hit of the ball game. That was Robert Villarreal with a base hit. 1 out, 1 aboard for Zach Anderson, the DH. Curveball bends in there for a called strike 1 to Zach Anderson, the DH. About 68 degrees here in Georgetown, Texas. Swung on, popped back to the screen. The count 0-2. Blustery wind blowing, as you can see there, from right to left. Oh, 2 pitch. Wasted down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit in the air to left field. Wind's going to blow it back, drifting back, and making the catch on the warning track is the Viper left fielder, Cade Cunningham, for out number 2. So 2 outs, runner first. That'll bring up the third baseman, Shane Joseph. Two outs, runner at first for Joseph. That pitch in there for call, strike 1. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There goes the runner swinging a foul ball. And the count is 1-2 to Joseph. Little conference at the mound. That'll give me a chance to finish off these lineups here. All right, got the defensive card set. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joseph. 2 outs, 1 aboard. And that ball lifted foul out of play to the right side. The battle will continue. So again, the outfield left to right for the Vipers. Cade Cunningham, Jack Nelson, Peyton Grimm. Gavin Shattuck, Simon Baker, Beckett Kramer, and M.D. Connor, your infield third to first. Hudson Lilly behind the plate. And Austin Spielis on the hill for the Vipers. Toss over to first. No throw, and the runner gets back. Curveball bends just a little inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That ball slapped to the left side, gobbled up by Shattuck. Thought about going to second, takes the throw to first instead, and gets the put out to retire the side. So in the inning for the Weiss Wolves, no runs on 1 hit. No errors, one runner left on base. We have played through 1/2 inning of play here. Weiss no score. And the Vipers coming up to bat. And Vandegrift will send up a batting order that looks like this. Brady Buchanan, the DH, to lead it off. Gavin Shattuck's over at third base batting second. M.D. Connor at first base batting third. Austin Spiel is a pitcher in the cleanup spot. Beckett Kramer batting fifth at second base. Peyton Grimm, the right fielder, batting sixth. Cade Cunningham out in left field batting seventh. Jack Nelson, the center fielder, batting eighth. And Simon Baker, the shortstop, batting ninth. So Buchanan, Shattuck, Connor, Spiel is Kramer, Grimm, Cunningham, Nelson, and Baker, the batting order for the Vandegrift Vipers. Defensively for the Wolves, Isaiah Celestino, Connor Rainey, and Robert Villarreal, the outfield left to right. Shane Joseph, Jesse Hernandez, Nick Lyman, and Hudson Mueller, the infield third to first. T.Y. Fulford behind the plate, and Hunter Freeman, right-hander on the hill for the Wolves. As Braden Buchanan set to lead it off here for the Vipers in the bottom half of the first inning. All right, so I think we're all set here. And the first pitch to Buchanan fouls it off his shin, strike one. Scoreboard's correct, outs are correct, teams are correct. All right. And that pitch misses outside, ball one. One ball, one strike. Just underway here from Georgetown Eastview. That pitch, off speed, floats in there for called strike two. 1-2 to Buchanan. Vipers with an overall mark of 5-2. That ball hit in the air, pretty well tagged to left field, going back, and it is up against the fence. Buchanan riding first, he'll head into second. And he will pull up there with a leadoff double to left field to start the ball game for the Vipers. Bats are coming alive. That'll bring up Gavin Shaddix with nobody out and a runner at first. The Wolves out of District 18-5-8, and the bunt is foul. To Shaddix. Gavin Shaddix playing third base today. Weiss coming in at 3-1 overall. That ball, one hops back to the plate, gets away, and that's going to allow Buchanan to move up to third base on the wild pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Shaddix. Three 1-1 are the Wolves. Lost to Glenn, opened the season 12-8. Tied Anderson, and then defeated Austin Lassa, Lockhart, and Regents. That pitch misses down low. 2 balls and a strike. The game against Glenn last week. Weiss is 3-0-1 in this tournament. Tied Anderson, defeated Lassa, and then yesterday defeated Lockhart and Regents. That pitch misses. 3 balls and a strike. Weiss under the command of head coach Carl Lamont in his second year. Coming off a 14-15 record. Last year, 7-7 in the district. That's a good looking pitch in there for a strike, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Shaddix. Three-two pitch, misses outside and low, ball 4. So Shaddix trots down to first, runners at first and second with nobody away for M.D. Connor. It is windy. Runners off from first base. Foul ball, strike 1 to Connor. Toss over to first runner back. Toss over to first again. There goes the runner again. The pitch down low. Snap throw to third, and Buchanan dives back just in time. It'll be a stolen base for Shaddix. So runners at second and third now. No balls and 2 strikes to Connor. Down low. 1 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Way up high, and the count goes 2 and 2. Another busy Saturday for us here on Vype Live. Tournament baseball wrapping up for Dripping Springs, Cedar Park, and McNeil, along with the Vipers, of course. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled out of play to the left, and the count remains 2 and 2. We'll do it again. St. Michael's Girls Soccer and the TAP State Semifinals taking on Bernie Geneva on Vype Live. Of course, the Cedar Park girls basketball team going for their 2nd consecutive state championship this afternoon down in San Antonio. We'll have that game for you as well at 3 o'clock. And that hits Connor, and the bases are loaded. So Buchanan singled, moved up to second on the walk, moved up to third on the wild pitch. Shattuck stole second. Connor hit by a pitch. Bases loaded, nobody out for Austin Spielis, trying to help out his own cause. He's had 2 at-bats in the season. RBI singles both times. Let's see what happens here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch down low, ball 1. Did they hit him? He thought he might have been hit. Umpire says no, and Austin said, "Are you sure?" 1 ball, no strikes. High and away, ball 2. Vipers with a chance to break out on top early. 2 balls, no strikes. Just caught a piece of the outside corner for strike 1. Two-one pitch. Up high, ball 3. No way, no place to put Spielis. So he might take a pitch here. Buchanan at third, Shaddix at second, Connor at first. Nobody out in the bottom half of inning number 1. The pitch. Down low, ball 4, and the Vipers have the early lead. So an RBI walk for Austin Spielis. That'll bring up Beckett Kramer. That's going to draw a visit to the mound. Still nobody out. Beckett Kramer due up and used primarily as a courtesy runner. Speeds around the base paths, getting a start today at second base. Coach Jared Hickel using the entire roster in creative ways, getting everybody in, getting everybody some playing time in different positions, different spots. So here is Kramer, 1-0 Vandergrift on top early. And that pitch down low, ball one. Nice job behind the plate to block that one by T.Y. Fulford. Vipers 5-2 overall, 3-1 in this tournament. The only blemish, a 3-2 loss at Del Valle on Thursday. That pitch in the first strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Coming into today, the Vipers have outscored the opposition 29-8 in these 4 games. Now 30-8 with the 1 run posted here in this first inning. 1-1 pitch. Floats off the plate, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Kramer. Temperature now 73 degrees here in blustery Georgetown, Texas. 2-1 pitch. That pitch is low, but the umpire likes that spot. It's twice that he's called it there. And again, just like last night's umpire, as long as he keeps it consistent all day long for both teams, it's up to the batters to adjust to that. So we'll see what Kramer does here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball left side. That's going to score a run. Knocked down by the shortstop. Unable to make a play, and the Vipers lead it 2-0. Shaddix comes in. Connor up to third. And Kramer's aboard. And that'll bring up Peyton Grimm, 2-0 Vandegrift. That is ruled an error. So no RBI for Kramer. Base is still loaded, still nobody out. And Peyton Grimm takes the first pitch and they're called strike 1. I think somebody's running for Spielis. I missed that. I'll check that here for you. That pitch is in there for a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Grimm. Pitch up high, ball 1. The runner for Spielis is Clayton Moore. One and 2 the count to Grimm. Inside low, ball 2. So Connor, Moore, Kramer the base runners. 2-0 Vandergrift, nobody outs. Wind is just gusting straight out to left center field. Two balls, 2 strikes to Grimm. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. So with 1 away, that'll bring up left fielder Cade Cunningham. Give a shout out to Mitchell Paget, our QA this morning, or afternoon now I should say, keeping an eye and an ear on things to make sure that we're staying on the air. Cunningham steps in. Good pitch there at the knees, called strike one. Base is still jammed, but now one away. Infield still in at the corners for the Wolves. Spins off the plate, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cunningham, playing left field in this game. Nice curveball in there for a strike, 1-2. One-two pitch. Just off the plate, 2-2. Down low, and the count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes, no place to put Cunningham. Inside ball 4, and the Vipers have the 3rd run of the inning on the RBI walk to Cunningham. Connor comes in. Base is still loaded for Jack Nelson. Nelson, chance to really break it open here, and takes a pitch at the knees for call strike one. Strike 2 now to Nelson. San Antonio Reagan defeating McNeil 18-9 earlier today. Mavericks will take on Lake Travis tonight at 7 o'clock to close out the Round Rock ISD Legends Classic tournament. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch down low, ball 1 to Nelson. Dripping Springs just finished up against San Antonio Churchill. We'll see if we can get a final score for that one. 1-2 pitch. Lifted foul down the third base side. 1-2 remains. The count. I tell you what, if I don't have it taped down, it's going to blow away. It is really blowing out here. One ball, 2 strikes. The count remains to Nelson. Waits on the curveball. It would have been a strike. Good pitch from Freeman. Nelson waited on it and just poked it out of play to the left side. So a good battle here between Nelson and Freeman. That stays a little high, and the count goes 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Off the plate, ball 3. The count is full again. A lot of pitches thrown in this inning from Hunter Freeman. That's a tough thing about these tournaments. 4 or 5 games in 3 days. That's asking a lot of a pitching staff. at any level, really. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job by Freeman to get Nelson out. 2 outs now for Simon Baker. So Baker steps in, the shortstop. Base is still loaded, but now 2 away. Clayton Moore running for Austin Spiels at third base. A conversation taking place here, not sure exactly what it is regarding. So Moore at third, Kramer at second. Cunningham at first. 2 outs for Baker. Time is called. That ball hit in the air to shallow center field. And starting in and then drifting back was Connor Rainey to make the catch. But the Vipers pick up 3 runs. They get it all on just 1 hit, helped out by several walks and a hit batter. Leave the bases loaded. We play through 1. We'll go to inning number 2. You are watching VandeGrift Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Welcome back to Georgetown. We go to the top half of the second inning. 3-0 VandeGrift on top. Viper defense taking the field for the first time in quite a while. Get our pitch count here for young Mr. Hunter Freeman. That might take a while. 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 16, 20, 23, 25 balls. A 47-pitch inning unofficially. 47 pitches in that first inning from Hunter Freeman. Wow. Walked 3, struck out 2, hit a batter, had an error behind him. And at the end of that, the Vipers lead at 3-0. We go to the top half of the second inning. 5, 6, and 7 hitters do up for the Wolves. Hudson Mueller, the first baseman, to lead it off. That one fouled straight back to the screen. Strike 1. Austin Spiels, 16 pitches in the first inning. No walks or strikeouts. Swung on, foul tip. Strike 2. I talked about how brutal this is on pitching staffs to play 5 games in 3 days. VandeGrift fortunate to have an Austin Spiels to work this 5th game. Down low, ball 2. Or ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mueller. One-two pitch. Tap foul. Mueller hangs alive. Email's open. voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Voice of the Vipers, all one word plural, at gmail.com. Give a shout out to your favorite player on either side. That pitch misses inside, 2-2. One-two pitch. Just misses outside. The count 3-2. I thought so. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mueller. Weiss and Pflugerville ISD, part of the Vype Live broadcast family of the spring. 3-2 pitch. Inside high, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to Mueller, and that'll bring up Nick Lyman, the second baseman. We'll be broadcasting the round robin between Pflugerville ISD schools, Pflugerville, Connolly, Hendrickson, and Weiss whenever they play each other. We'll broadcast from the home ballpark. Pitch up high, ball 1 to Lyman. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Snap throw down to first, and the runner just does slide back in under the tag. Base runners beware when you've got 2 quarterbacks as your primary catchers behind home plate, and Braden Buchanan and Hudson Lilly. The pitch up high, 2-1 to Lyman. Ground ball off the glove of Spielis, trying to get to it to knock it down. And got him. Nice recovery. I thought that ball was going to roll too far away. A rocket shot. Spielis knocked it down and rolled to the second base side. He just kept after it, gathered it up, and fired a strike over to M.D. Connor to retire Lyman. So 1-3 for out number 1 on the play. Mueller moves up to second base with 1 away. That'll bring up the pitcher, Hunter Freeman. Popped up, straight back overhead. Strike 1 to Freeman. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball ripped, but just fouled on the third base side. Cade Cunningham will trot over and kick it out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice crowd on hand on a Saturday afternoon. Rain's coming tonight. 1-2 pitch. Just misses off the plate. 2-2. District play scheduled to start on Tuesday night at Dragon Diamond in Round Rock. Weather forecast I saw said 50 degrees and a 50% chance of rain, so keep an eye on that. 2-2 pitch. Oh, they got him picked off. Throw down. Not in time. Had Mueller taken a stutter step towards third base, but Spielis had the double clutch to throw to make sure that Kramer was there. Mueller able to get back in under the tag. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. Just missed up high, ball 3. Count is full now to Freeman. Kramer sneaking in behind him again. The pitch up high inside, ball 4. And it's another walk in the inning. So runners at first and second now for T.Y. Fulford, the catcher. Fulford had to get the catcher's gear off, and get up to the plate here. Mueller at second. Freeman at first. Running for himself. Fouled straight back. The count strike one to Fulford. Swing and a miss. Strike two to T.Y. Fulford. No balls, 2 strikes. Good Weiss pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fulford. What's the deal with the 18-9 scores? Churchill defeating Dripping Springs 18-9. Reagan defeated McNeil 18-9. That pitch up high, and the count now 2-2 to T.Y. Fulford. Up ball slap to the right side. Kramer's got it, and he's going to go to short for one to throw to first. Pulls him off the bag. They get the lead runner. Mueller will move up to third. Freeman is eliminated. 4-6 on the force for out number 2. Fulford will stay at first base on the fielder's choice. Runners at the corners with 2 away. We actually have a courtesy runner coming in here for Fulford, the catcher. Card running for Fulford. Don't have his first name. 2 outs now. Runners at the corners for Isaiah Celestino, the left fielder. Swung on, fouled back. I would have had it if that net hadn't gotten in the way. See, I used to be able to say, don't expect me to catch it. I'm a Cubs fan. But then they went and accidentally won the World Series a few years ago, so I can't really say that anymore. No balls and a strike. Just a little low, 1-1 to Celestino. Popped up on the infield. Everybody giving chase, and off the glove of Hudson Lee. It took him a second to locate it. Not quite able to track it down, so the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes to Celestino. One-two pitch. That got a piece of him, and that'll load the bases. So Card trots down to second. Mueller at third, Card at second, Celestino aboard at first. 2 outs, back to the top of the order we go to Connor Rainey. Popped out to shortstop to start off the ball game. No damage done yet. And now we're going to have a conference at the mound here. A blustery day in Georgetown. If it's not anchored down, it'll blow away. But we're playing baseball. The sun trying to burn through the clouds a little bit. Vipers trying to go 4 out of 5 in this tournament. Take some momentum into the district opener Tuesday night at Round Rock. Perennial state power, the Dragons. Of course, the Vipers beat them in the district opener last year at Venom Field. And almost got him again in the season finale. Had the tying run at the plate in. A line-out double play into the Vipers' chances of getting into the postseason. But that was last year. This is this year. So the conference is over. Back to baseball. Bases loaded. 2 outs. And Rainey will step in. And we're actually going to have a pitching change. So a new pitcher coming in, going to be Alan Jordan, who caught one of the games yesterday. So new pitcher in for Vandegrift. We'll take a break, let him get some warm-up tosses in, and be right back. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers Baseball and Vype Live.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eastview. 3-0 ball game, but the Wolves threatening here with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Cedar Park baseball getting ready to get underway down in Corpus Christi at Cabanas Field against the Northside Panthers. They've gone 3-1 in that tournament. So here's Rainey. 0 for 1 in the game. Steps in with the bases loaded, 2 away. First pitch from Alan Jordan. In the called strike 1. Brushes them back in the count. 1-1. That one gets back to the screen. They've got to plate the plate. They got him! A hustle play by Hudson Lillard. There's a lot of room behind home plate here at Eastview. But the ball came ricocheting off the brick wall down below, right into the glove of Hudson Lilly. Rather than risking a throw to Alan Jordan, who was there, Lilly has good speed, just outraced Hudson Mueller to the plate. When's the last time you had a 2 unassisted caught stealing? So the inning is over. No runs in the innings. No errors, 2 runners left on base. And we'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. Still 3-0 Vandegrift. That was crazy. think I'm still processing that. Vipers are sitting up the top of the order. They sent 9 guys to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. So it'll be Braden Buchanan to again lead it off, just like he did 1 inning ago. Three runs, 1 hit, no errors for Vandegrift. No runs and a hit and 1 error for the Weiss Wolves. See if I can get a St. Michael's score here for you soccer aficionados out there. Always love seeing the Austin area schools doing well in the playoffs, whether it's UIL or TAPS. You might be done. I don't see it online anymore, so we'll track that down here another way. There it is. Yeah, wait for that to load up, and we'll get that information to you here when we can. Braden Buchanan, single, scored the first run of the game back in the first inning. And he'll lead off the second. Looks like a new pitcher on the hill for Weiss. Interesting delivery. Submarine pitcher. The pitch down low, ball 1 to Buchanan. Haven't seen one of these in quite a while. Looks like Moss. We'll try to track down his first name. Up high, ball 2. Sidearm submarine style pitcher. Swung on, lifted in the air to center field. And drifting back to make the catch is Connor Rainey for out number 1. That'll bring up Gavin Shaddix, walked and scored in the first. One out, base is empty. That one stays up high, ball 1 to Shaddix. That ball slapped to the left side, out in the left field for a base hit. Shaddix gets it past the diving Shane Joseph out in the left for his first hit of the ball game, and with 1 out and 1 aboard, that'll bring up MD Connor. Connor hit by a pitch back in the first inning, steps in here with 1 out, and Shaddix aboard at first. Pitch floats up high, ball 1. Looks like St. Michael's defeated Bernie Geneva 3-0, so the Lady Crusaders will advance to the TAP State Championship game. Congratulations to St. Michael's. There goes the runner to the throw down, the shortstop covering, not in time, and it gets out into center field. And heading over to third base is going to be Shaddix, and he's going to make it easily. So Shaddix with the steal, and then the air on the throw puts him at third base. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike to MD Connor. Pitch down, low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Connor. Swung on, got a piece of it, 2-2. When you don't see this kind of pitching very often, it takes a while to get used to it. So far, the Vipers are hanging right in there against this sidearm submariner. Fulford going to go out and talk to Mouse. The pitch, lifted in the air to the left side. This might be deep enough to score the run. Squeeze for out number 2. The throw coming in. It's going to be cut off. Not in time, and the Vipers lead it 4-0. Connor does his job. Sacrifice fly to left to score Gavin Shaddix to make it now 4-0 Vipers. Two outs now, bases empty. And the first pitch down low, ball 1. Alan Jordan getting his first at bat. Down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 4-0 Vandegrift. Hits that one hard to center field. Pretty well tagged. Going back. It is over the head of the center fielder. Rounding first, heading for second is Jordan. He is going to round second and hold up there. So a 2-out double to dead away center field off the bat of Alan Jordan. And the Vipers have another runner in scoring position for Beckett Kramer. Clayton Moore going to run for Jordan like he did for Spielis in the first inning. Kramer reached on an error in the first. That ball slapped into center field for a base hit. They're going to send Moore around, and the Vipers have their 5th run of the ball game. Beckett Kramer with an RBI single up the middle. 5-0 Vandegrift. The bats have come alive. That'll bring up Peyton Grimm with 2 outs, runner at first. Grimm 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. There goes the runner, hit and run, but right to the first baseman. And Hudson Mueller steps on it and steps on the bag to retire the side. But in the inning, the Vipers get another couple of runs. Get it on 3 hits. 2 runs on 3 hits, helped out by an error. 1 more to left on base. We played through 2. We will go to the 3rd. New score, Vandegrift 5 and the Weiss Wolves 0. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on Vype Live.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Welcome back to East Even. go to the top half of the third inning. 5-0 your score. VANDEGRIFT on top of the Weiss Wolves. Merle Bertrand here at the ballpark. Mitchell Paget keeping an eye and an ear on things. Busy day for us here. Started up at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll wind up at about 9 o'clock tonight with baseball, basketball, lacrosse, and soccer. And for the Wolves here in the third inning, it'll be the top of their order. Connor Rainey, or it's the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, the heart of the order. Robert Villarreal to lead it off against Alan Jordan, out for his first full inning of work. Actually, it'll be Connor Rainey. It will be the top of the order. He was up at the plate when Hudson Mueller was eliminated at home plate on a wild pitch and swung on, hitting the air to the right side and right into the waiting clutches of Peyton Grimm. One pitch, one out here in the Wolf third. Now it'll bring up Robert Villarreal. He had a single in the first inning. That pitch misses. Ball one to Villarreal. Swing and a miss. Strike one. That ball is tapped but foul. The count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Villarreal. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Drop third strike. And Lilly tags him on the way by. So 2 away for Zach Anderson. Anderson flew out to left his previous at bat. The sun shining bright now. Wind is shifted, blowing from right to left. Pitch up high, ball one to Anderson. That one sails inside. The count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch up high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one pitch from Alan Jordan. Right down the pipe at the letters, called strike 2. Cunningham, Nelson, Grimm, the outfield left to right. Shaddix, Baker, Kramer, Connor, the infield third to first. Lilly behind the plate. Alan Jordan on in relief here in this third inning. And that ball squibbed to the right side. Connor will scoop it up in the red glove, step on the bag, and a quiet Wolf inning here in inning number 3. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. We'll keep it here at the ballpark. That one a 10-pitch inning for Jordan. And for the Vipers here in inning number 3, it'll be the bottom of the order due up. Cunningham, Nelson, and Baker. And a 5-0 ball game. District play, as I mentioned, starting Tuesday night at Dragon Diamond against Round Rock. That game will be available for free for everybody on VipeLive.com and Vype.com. And we'll tuck back behind the paywall one last time this year as we Bring you bonus baseball from next week's Leander ISD tournament from Glenn. Looking at the schedule now. Believe it's 2 games on Thursday. Let me see here. Yes, it'll be Thursday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. against Glenn. And then El Paso Eastwood at 12:30 on Thursday. 2 more games on Friday at 12:30 and 3 o'clock against Alamo Heights and Flower Mound. We get to look at a couple of teams from outside the area. And then on Saturday, to be determined yet. We'll keep you up to speed on that once we figure that out. And then after next weekend, we go back to free everything again on VIPELive.com. No more pay-per-view. As we bring you the rest of the district schedule, a couple of non-district games sprinkled in there as well, and hopefully the playoffs after that. Right now it's 5-0 Vipers, batting in the top half, or the bottom half of the 3rd inning. As Cade Cunningham to lead it off against Chad Moss. Pitch down low, ball 1. For as intimidating and as usual as the delivery is, it's not a lot of velocity. It's just a different look. A lot of spin on the baseball. Stays down low, ball 2. That one let her high for a strike, 2-1. I can see it being effective in short relief to cross up the opponent. Be curious how effective it is after the 2nd and 3rd look through the batting order. 2-1 pitch. Oh, it's ball 4. I thought he called that previous pitch in there for a strike. He must have called it a ball. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Cunningham. We'll take it, and Jack Nelson will step in. First walk of the ball game surrendered by Moss. Jack Nelson steps in, 0 for 1, struck out in the 1st inning. Snap throw to first, and Cunningham gets back. Pretty good speed. Over to first again. Celestino, Rainey, Villarreal, the outfield left to right for the Wolves. Joseph, Hernandez, Limson, and Mueller, the infield 3rd to 1st. Ty Fulford behind the plate, and Chad Moss in a 2nd inning of work on the mound for the Pflugerville Weiss Wolves. There goes the runner. Pitch up high inside to throw down to 2nd. It is not in time. Another stolen base. Cunningham getting a great jump. Trying to fake out Cunningham and put on the tag, thinking maybe he would drift off a 2nd, but nothing doing. Come on now. Vandergrift players are smarter than that. One ball, no strikes here to Nelson. Way outside of the count, 2-0. Two and 0 the count to Nelson. Ooh, good pitch. Nelson takes it for a strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Pitch on its way. Off the plate, ball 3. That ball ripped into the waiting glove of the second baseman, who hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Cunningham scampers back to second to avoid getting doubled up. Nelson hits it hard, but hits it right to Limson for out number 1. 1 out for Simon Baker. And a strike 1. Baker flew out to center field. It's Lyman at second base, not Limson. Can't read my own handwriting. No balls in, a strike to Baker. Runner at second, 1 away. That ball slapped to center field, and it's going to be that's going to be a single. Had to wait for the umpire. Crowd wasn't quite sure either. Connor Ramey, I don't think he saw it till the last second. Finally came in and reached down and tried to pluck it off the carpet, but it one-hopped. Cunningham had to hold. So it's a single for Baker. Back to the top of the order we go. Hudson Lilly is going to bat for himself. Lilly, the catcher, he's been designated hit for him by Braden Buchanan, but Lilly's going to bat for himself here with 1 out, runners at first and second. So Cunningham at second, Baker at first with 1 away. Swung on, foul tip, strike 1. Pitch stays up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. That ball slaps. Shortstop's going to gobble it up. Goes to second for 1. The throw to first. In time to get him. A 6-4-3 double play. Nicely done by Hernandez, Lyman, and Mueller to retire Lilly and end the Viper threat here in the 3rd inning. So in the inning, no runs on 1 hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We have played through 3. We will go to the 4th inning. Still 5-0. VANDEGRIFT on top. You're watching VANDEGRIFT Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Well, if you're watching the broadcast, you already are a Vype Insider. Welcome aboard. Thank you for doing that. Hopefully you'll stick around at the conclusion of next week and keep renewing the subscription. But if you don't, that's okay too. Just a way for us to get some extra baseball on here for VANDEGRIFT and Cedar Park and McNeil and Dripping Springs. As we go to the top of the fourth inning, it'll be Shane Joseph, Hudson Mueller, and Nick Lyman do up. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Wolves to work against Allen Jordan. That ball hit in the air to the left side. And nice communication there by Cade Cunningham. He had the better play than the shortstop Simon Baker. Always better to make the play coming in than going out. Cunningham hauls it in for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the Wolf fourth. That'll bring up Hudson Mueller. Mueller walked. That's just going to be a pinch hitter here. Number 6 coming in. And if I can access the roster here, I can barely see the computer screen. Number 6 looks like Tyler Mueller. So Tyler Mueller pitch hitting for Hudson Mueller with 1 out here in the Wolf fourth. Pitch up high, ball 1. Off the bat handle the right side. And a little pop out just beyond the second base fringe, hauled in by Beckett Kramer for 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for Nick Lyman. Lyman takes the first pitch up high, ball 1. He gets back to the screen. Lyman 0 for 1. Grounded out to the pitcher, then Austin Spielis back in the second inning. That pitch up high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. High and away in the count, 3-0. Three-0 pitch. High and away, ball 4. All of a sudden, Jordan has lost a range here. Let's see if we get a visit to the mound. 2 outs, runner at first. That'll bring up Hunter Freeman. Starting pitcher stays in the ballgame to bat, maybe as a DH here. Freeman walked in the second inning, his only other at bat in the ball game. Up high again from Jordan. Two and 0. That ball misses 3-0. Lilly looked like he wanted to fire down to first, but couldn't make the transfer. So 3 balls and no strikes here to Hunter Freeman. With 2 outs, Jordan trying to refine the strike zone. Now low ball 4, back-to-back walks. So Lyman up to second, Freeman aboard at first. That'll bring up the catcher T.Y. Fulford with 2 outs. Fulford reached down a fielder's choice in the second inning. Email's open, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com if you want to give a shout out to your favorite player on either side. Let us know where you tuned into the broadcast from. High inside, ball 1, and Jordan is really struggling right now. Hudson Lively going to come out and try to settle him down. Got a comfortable lead at 5-0, but don't want to obviously let Weiss try to scratch their way back into the game, especially when he had 2 quick outs to start the inning. High again, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. That's a good pitch in it for a call strike. 2-1. Sometimes all it takes is one, like that first shot in basketball. Let's see if he's got the strike zone dialed back in now. Two-one pitch. Nope, up high again, 3-1. Lyman at second, Freeman at first with 2 away. Three-one pitch. Missed again, ball 4. Third straight walk surrendered, the bases are loaded. And we're going to have a pitching change. So Jordan came in, pitched 2 innings. He's responsible for 3 runners on base. So it looks like Cade Cunningham is going to come in here from left field. Jackson Lewis is going to take his spot. So we'll make that switch here. So Jackson Lewis out to left. And Cade Cunningham will be the third Viper pitcher here of the afternoon. Cunningham will face the number 9 hitter, Isaiah Celestino, and try to keep the Wolves off the scoreboard. Celestino hit by a pitch back in the second inning. It'll be Lyman at third, Freeman at first, and Fulford at second. Probably a courtesy runner for Fulford. Let me check. Looks like number 12. Tavian Cord running for the second time today. So Lyman at third, Freeman at second, Cord the runner at first base with 2 outs. Beckett Kramer, by the way, has moved over to third base. The Vipers have shifted their defense around a little bit. Let me see who's over at second. It looks like it might be Moore. It is Clayton Moore in at third. Connor stays at first. I assume that's still Baker at short. So the new outfield lures Nelson and Grimm, I believe. Kramer, Baker, Moore, and Connor the infield third to first. You can tell that's Nelson in center. And it is Grimm and right still. So here we go. We got everybody reset. Celestino step in with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And takes the first pitch from Cade Cunningham in there for a called strike 1. That one tap foul, and Cunningham quickly ahead on the count, 0-2. Weiss has loaded the bases. Cunningham is 1 strike away from getting out of the mess with no runs allowed. No balls, 2 strikes to Isaiah Celestino. The 0-2 pitch. Ripped. Fair ball down the right field line. That's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. It might score 3. They're going to send Cord around. The throw coming in. It is cut off. The throw to the plate. Not in time. A 3 RBI double from Celestino, and it's a 5-3 ball game. About a foot fair inside the line. And it's now 5-3 with 2 away. Back to the top of the order we go to Connor Rainey. That pitch in this strike 1. Still some danger because Celestino's still in scoring position at second base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Just missed at the knees, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rainey. Well, now we got ourselves a ball game again at 5-3. Just the second hit of the game by the Wolves. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way up high, ball 2. Snap throw, they got him way off the base. Oh, they're going to say he got back in there. I'm not sure how. Two balls, 2 strikes. The base runner shaking up. That's not. I don't believe that's Celestino. That's number 10 for the Wolves. That's Kevin Bautista running. He's going to stay in the game. Swing and a drop third strike. Gets by Lilly, and the runners are going to be safe. So a strikeout for Cunningham, but a pass ball allows Rainey to reach first. Bautista up to third. Runners at the corners are 2 away for Robert Villarreal. Villarreal 1 for 2 in the game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So Bautista at third. I'm not sure if he came in to run for Celestino or if he's the one that got the double. Toss over to first. They got him picked off. The throw down. And it's going to get out in the outfield, and the run's going to score. 5-4. So Rainey up to second now on the air. 5-4 now. Tying run in scoring position. No balls and a strike to Villarreal. Popped in the air right side. Let's see if we have a play on it. Connor hauls it in to retire the side. But a big inning for the Weiss Wolves. They get 4 runs on just the one hit. Helped out by a Viper error and 1 runner left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Some work to do now. The 5-0 lead is gone. It's now 5-4. The good news is the Vipers are still on top. New pitcher for Weiss, number 4, Kyle Hemingway, the third Wolf pitcher. Look around, see if there's any other changes that I can see. First and third is still the same. Second is still the same. Shortstop is still the same. It's still Joseph, Fernandez, Lyman, and Mueller. New right fielder. Tavian Cord is now out and right. New center fielder, Wendell Ramsey. And Bautista out in left. All right, so here we go to the Viper 4th inning. It'll be Clayton Moore to lead it off. His first at bat of the afternoon. And takes the first pitch in there, called strike 1. Moore, Connor, and Jordan due up. That ball ripped in the air to left field. It's going to drop in there for a base hit. So Clayton Moore comes in and promptly pokes one to left for a leadoff single. That'll bring up M.D. Connor. So the new outfield for the Wolves, Kevin Bautista, Wendell Ramsey, and Tavian Cord. The infield remains the same. Joseph, Fernandez, Lyman, and Mueller. T.Y. Fulford behind the plate, and Kyle Hemingway, the third Wolf pitcher, now facing M.D. Connor, who shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Connor hit by pitch. And a sacrifice fly RBI back in the 2nd inning. There goes the runner off first. Pitch up high, delayed throw down to second. It's not going to be in time. Moore steals second base. 2-0 to Connor. Good pitch there across the outside corner for a strike. 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 Viper error, 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error by the Wolves. As we play here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That curveball drops in there for a strike. 2-2. These games are timed, and this game is kind of creeping along here. We've only got about 22 minutes left, I believe. 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Oh, they got him picked off. The throw down to third. It's going to get away, and Moore is going to scamper home. Vipers catch a break there. They had him picked off. But Clayton Moore will come home with the 6th run of the ball game, 6-4 VANDEGRIFT. The Vipers gave one up like that in the top of the inning and get one back here in the bottom of the inning. So the count remains full to Connor. Base is now empty with nobody out, but the Vipers up 6-4. In there, called strike 3, and Connor's out on strikes route number 1. Good looking pitch. Tough pitch. One away for Jackson Lures. His first at-bat of the afternoon. Another conversation between Coach Hickler and the home plate umpire. Not sure what that was in regards to, but it's over. We're back to baseball. One out, base is empty. All right, he's going to come in and continue the conversation. All right, here we go. Jackson Lures will step in. His first at-bat. 6-4 now, VANDEGRIFT on top. And that ball one hops back to the plate. Strike, or ball one. Takes that pitch to the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nice heat there by Hemingway. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball just missed outside. I was waiting for the umpire to ring him up. He doesn't. Good eyes from Lures. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 away. And that'll bring up Beckett Kramer. 1 for 2. Reached on an error. Also had an RBI single in the 2nd inning. When the sun comes out and the wind dies down, it's really nice. Excuse me, check swing foul up the first base side. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. One hops up to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Outside corner for a strike. 1-2 to Kramer. Peyton Grimm on deck if Beckett Kramer can keep the inning alive here in the 5th. 1-2 pitch. Lays off of that one outside, and the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Kramer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job by Hemingway. Gave up the single. His defense allowed the run to score, but then he bore down and struck out the Vipers here in the 4th inning. But VANDEGRIFT does get 1 run on 1 hit, helped out by an error. Nobody left on base. We played through 4. We'll go to the 5th. 6-4, VANDEGRIFT on top. Here for the Weiss Wolves, Zach Anderson, Shane Joseph, and Tyler Mueller do up against Cade Cunningham. On for his first full inning of work. 6-4 your score as we play here in the 5th. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Anderson. Anderson 0 for 2, flew out to left, grounded out to first. Up high and away, ball 1. Lures Nelson Grimm the outfield left to right. Kramer, Baker, Moore, and Connor the infield third to first. Hudson Lilly behind the plate. And that ball popped up straight back to the screen. And they get the put out. A little sheepishness there. Hudson Lilly came back against the screen and realized the wind was going to blow it back into play. Cade Cunningham came in and caught the ball in home plate. Wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. 1 away for Shane Joseph. Pitch to the knees, call strike 1. Joseph 0 for 2, grounded out to third, flew out to left. Just off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch across the outside corner, 1-2. One-two pitch. Just a little high, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Hit in the air to right center field, pretty well tagged, but it's going to hang up. Snow cones a little bit on Peyton Grimm, but he squeezes it to retire the side. 2 up, 2 down. And Hudson Mueller will come back in and bat for himself. Hudson Mueller walked and was eliminated at that plate in that bizarre play. And therefore called strike 1 back in the second inning where the ball got past Lilly but bounced straight back to him. And he was able to outrace Hudson Lilly and tag him out trying to come home on the pass ball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. A 2 unassisted caught stealing. No balls, 2 strikes to Mueller. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Cade Cunningham, and the Weiss Wolves are done in order here in the 5th inning. We'll take a break, be right back. You're watching VANDEGRIFT VIPERS Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Grimm to lead it off. Takes the first pitch from Hemingway, who had a very nice 4th inning, down low, ball 1. Grimm in the ball game 0 for 2, struck out swinging and grounded out to first. High and away, ball 2. If you're Weiss, you hope you get the Vipers done very quickly and get a chance to come up to the plate one more time. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Grimm. Two one pitch. Low, ball 3. Just off the plate, ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for the Viper right fielder. And that will bring up Cade Cunningham. Done a good job on the hill both last night and tonight. At the plate, he's walked twice, had an RBI walk in the 1st inning. Slow tapper foul up the first base side. Strike one. VANDEGRIFT with 3 in the first, 2 in the second. That 5-0 lead stayed until the top of the 4th inning when the Wolves got 4 of them. Vipers got 1 of them back in the bottom of the 4th, and that's where we stand. 6-6-0 for VANDEGRIFT, 4-2-2 for Weiss. As we play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That curveball bins down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Tapper right back to Hemingway. He's going to go to short, and that ball is dropped. And the Vipers have runners at first and second. They were trying to turn 2, and he just rushed the throw a little bit. So runners at first and second with nobody out for Jack Nelson. Update my scoreboard. Got that all squared away. 1 ball, no strikes to Nelson. Nelson 0 for 2 in the game. Shows bunt and gets it down to the third base side, but it's foul. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Simon Baker on deck. One ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Lifted foul on the third base side, drifting, and it's going to get out of play. A lot of room in foul territory here. To the dugout, and then it angles back towards the foul poles, as you can see. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nelson. That ball ripped out into right field for a base hit. Going to send Grimm around from second. And they're going to wave Cunningham around as that ball goes into the corner. And it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Jack Nelson. And it's now 8-4. Bats have come alive. Nelson just ripped it down the first base side to plate both Grimm and Cunningham. 8-4 now. And Simon Baker will step in. Still nobody out. Baker will step in. 1 for 2 in the game. Single in the third. And that ball is inside. Ball 1 gets away from the catcher, and that's going to allow Nelson to move up to third. So the Vipers rode out the storm in the 4th inning and have kind of retaken control of the game here. 8-4 with another runner at third base. Now low ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Hopped up out of play to the right. And the count 2-1 to Baker. Two-one pitch. Now low ball 3. Nice job that time by Fulford keeping that one from coming back to the backstop. Three balls, 1 strike. That ball slapped into left field for a base hit. Another RBI. Simon Baker will plate Jack Nelson. He's going to hustle down to second. He's going to be in there. He legs it out for a double. So 9-4 now as Nelson comes in. Three runs in the inning. Back to the top of the order we go to Hudson Lilly. Going to have a conference at the mound here. In this tournament thus far, the Vipers have scored 6-2, 12, 9, and 9 runs in the past 5 games. We're not done yet batting here in the 5th inning. Multiple lineups. Everybody getting a crack at it. And pretty much everybody's delivered. And looks like that's going to be it. That's the ball game. As we have timed out here. Nine to 4, your final score. The VandeGrift Vipers get the win in 5 innings in a time ball game over the Weiss Wolves. The Vipers will now improve to 6-2. We'll take a 6-2 mark into the start of district play on Tuesday night. And Weiss drops down to 3-2-1, if I remember right off the top of my head. 9 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Vipers. 4 runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Wolves. And what a performance on all sides of the field. Offensively, defensively. Good pitching throughout this weekend. And the Vipers will enter district play on a roll. Want to thank Mitchell Padgett, our QA, this afternoon, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast. Don't forget the game Tuesday night against Round Rock at Dragon's Diamond. We'll be on there at about 6:50. That will be a free broadcast. All the district and non-district games that are not tournament games are available for free, no subscription required, on either Vype.com or the old page, VipeLive.com, whichever place you prefer to watch it from. We'll be on the air at about 6:50 or so on Tuesday night. So thanks again to Mitchell. Thanks to Cinna Vincott, our technical director, Jennifer Farrow, everybody with the VandeGrift Baseball Booster Club. My name is Merle Birch, and